a footy record.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Round 11 edition of On The Record, brought to you by Woolworths, as we take a sneak peek inside the pages of Australia's #1 selling sports magazine, the AFL Record. And joining me this week is my friend and colleague from AFL Media, the pride of the Sunbury Lions, Ben Guthrie. Welcome, Ben.
Thanks for having me on, Ash.
Okay, a feature story this week, and this is why we've got you in, Benny, is about Mason Cox, the phenomenon at full forward for Collingwood, the American. 2 years ago, barely picked up a footy, now he's playing. You follow Collingwood closely, you know a bit about American sport as well. Why has Cox been so good so quickly?
I think it's just his natural athleticism, Ash. He's got that vertical jump. He can kick it now as well. He's shown that he's got that work ethic to really improve his game, and yeah, he's definitely cemented himself in Collingwood's lineup.
He's a smart guy. That's what people at Collingwood say. You know, he's picked everything. He only needs to be taught something once. Is he now in their best 22?
I think he's borderline, Ash. I think when Travis Cloke is up and about, he's definitely their best forward, but he offers them something different up there. His height, he's as tall as Aaron Sandilands, which is remarkable to think, and he can definitely jump as well.
You watch a lot of American basketball and football, as do I. Is the AFL going down the right path in trying to target these guys to come and play footy?
Yeah, I think they are. The college basketball athlete is someone who can really improve. They've shown that they can come across to Australia and really enjoy that aspect of it and play in the top level.
Yeah, I agree with you. College athletes, they're very fit and very well drilled, and they understand team discipline, so they do fit in pretty quickly. OK, this is a big question. A lot of excitement over Jarryd Hayne and what he did going from the NRL to the San Francisco 49ers. I put it to you that Mason Cox has already achieved more in the AFL than Jarryd Hayne did in the NFL.
Yeah, I think that's right, Ash. Jarryd Hayne obviously came in, spent a lot of time in the practice squad, which was something he couldn't quite establish himself in the 49ers lineup. Mason Cox has come in, kicked that goal on Anzac Day and really set it alight from there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's been a fantastic story. And our other feature story in the AFL Record this week is a couple of Hawthorn guns playing big milestone games. Josh Gibson with his 200th game, and Jack Gunston, the star full forward, playing his 100th game for the Hawks. So don't miss that article as well. OK, now turning to Match Centre, and it is a big week for Steve Johnson, the GWS forward, as he makes his first trip down the highway to play against Geelong for the first time. Ben, how would you rate his first 10 games for GWS so far?
Yeah, he's been pretty good, Ash. I think probably just behind Patrick Dangerfield and Adam Treloar is the best recruit of the year. He's kicked 21 goals in 10 games and obviously just averaged just under 20 possessions, but I think it's just his teaching ability of the young players that's really helped them up there, and he adds that real hardness as well, which is an underrated feature of his game.
Do you think the Cats did the right thing moving him on at the end of last season?
I think they did. It was a tough call, but they got games into Lincoln McCarthy, Nakai Cockatoo, even Dan Menzel as well, who's sort of taken up that role that Stevie J used to play. It's a win-win for both clubs, and Stevie J is going to be a great coach up there once he finishes his playing career.
What sort of reception do you think Steve Johnson will get from the Geelong fans when he turns up on Saturday afternoon?
I think it's going to be pretty positive, Ash. He didn't want to move on from Geelong, and Geelong fans know that. They'll give him a round of applause and treat him like the champion that he is. I remember the game Gary Ablett returned for the first time, and they were bowing and genuflecting towards him. I think they're pretty nice people down Geelong. They don't tend not to have a mean bone in their body, so I think he can expect a really good reception. And now turning to the back half, Ben, and Friday night football comes to Blundstone Arena in Hobart for the first time. It's going to be a fantastic night. North Melbourne hosting Richmond in a really important game. The Tigers have won their last three, Ben, and the obvious question to ask you is, where's the improvement come from? I think the turning point was that game against the Sydney Swans, Ash. Sam Lloyd kicked that goal after the siren. Even in those last 10 minutes of that game, they really took the game on and really showed that they could continue that winning form. That
remarkable stat as well when Brett Tolidio plays for Richmond. They rarely lose, so he's been big as well. OK, get the Tiger fans excited, Ben. Can they make the finals?
Yeah, I think they can, Ash. They won 9 of their last 11 games last season and also went on that run the year before. They know how to come from behind, and I think they can really make an inroad in the lead up to September.
Well, it's in their song, when they're behind, they never mind. OK, and of course the bigger issue that comes out of this game is footy in Tasmania in general. Do you think Tasmania deserves to have its own AFL team?
I think they do, Ash. I know it's a romantic notion, as we discussed before, but I think Tasmanian people would really get behind an AFL team down there and really support it.
It's going to be a fantastic occasion down in Tasmania on Friday night. Ben, thank you for joining us. You were very good.
Thanks very much, Ash. Appreciate it.
We'll have you back before the end of the season. And now to my tips for round 11. Got 7 out of 9 last week for a total of 66. Going okay on the tipping front. The big one Friday night. I like North Melbourne to beat Richmond by 9 points at Blundstone, although the fitness of Todd Goldstein will be the key talking point around that one. GWS to get the win at Geelong by 4 points in a really good game late Saturday afternoon. On Saturday night, I like Fremantle to win its first game of the season by a couple of goals over Essendon, and in a really good game at Etihad Stadium on Sunday, the Bulldogs by 14 points over West Coast. And now let's have a look at this week's nominations for the Woolworths Mark of the Year.
Geary has not stopped trying today. Oh, there we go.
Lynch, Schofield, Lynch! That's one of the marks of the round. McCartan attacks it and brought it down. That's a ripper.
Don't forget to visit markoftheyear.afl.com.au to have your say about who you think should be this week's winner. I'm voting for St Kilda's rising star, Paddy McCartan. That's it for this week's edition of On The Record. 2 covers this week, one for the Geelong game down at Simmons Stadium, and this, our national cover, a really good cover too, featuring Collingwood's Mason Cox. So don't forget to buy a copy of the AFL Record, $5 at all ground. Look for the kids in the green caps and the green coats, and we will talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.